on then. In a first, well, sneaker reseller Mainstreet Marketplace has raised about $2 million from the investors like the types of Nithin Kamath, Dipi Goyal, also singer Badshah, amongst many others. And Mangla Malu, our in-house expert on sneakers, caught up with Vedant Lamba post the deal. An exclusive.
Well, if you're in the business of hype, it definitely is raining money. And if you're in Main Street, you just got $2 million from a clutch of investors that include the likes of Nithin Kamath. There is Dipi Goyal. You have Tanmay Bhat, Tanya Gowri, the singer Badshah himself. So many people.
Yeah, it's been a very exciting time, and I think it's a landmark moment for the industry as a whole.
Have you crossed that 100 crore revenue run rate that you promised that time?
So at that time, our short-term goal is definitely to be at a 100 crore run rate. I can very confidently tell you that this year we're well on track to cross 100 crores in top line. And again, that's an exciting time for us because it helps us ask the more important, the bigger questions of what's next.
And that is the question. I mean, what is next?
What is next? So everything from acquiring brands of our own and building them from the ground up to curating a list of other brands from around the world, and that doesn't necessarily have to be clothes. Then there's also watches. There's a bunch of different things that have different forms of status value to our society.
Basically anything that you can spend your money on, right from the tulip mania, so to say.
Definitely. It's more of a question for people who've made their money on what's next. Like, why do you make money and what do you do with it once you've made all your money and spent all your life saving, and what gives you joy? And those are the things that are intangible in nature. And for us, discovering that process and seeing that feeling and emotion with our customers is the core goal. Recently, we sold a shoe that only had 200 made in the world, and it went for almost 20 lakh rupees.
Wow, what pair was that?
It is a Tiffany and Air Force One.
Yes, the turquoise one.
Right. So the original Tiffany and Air Force that you'll see there goes for about $2,000. So this shoe is about a lakh 25, lakh 30. Now there is a friends and family version of the shoe where the whole shoe is this color and the swoosh is black. Oh. And there's only 200 of those in the world. They never actually released. They were only gifted to Nike's friends and family. We managed to source it for a special client, and that was almost 20 lakh rupees. So it's not like the hype is dead. Mm-hmm. There's just a lot more quantity of the items that are not ridiculously hype.
So right now you're doing about 100 crore run rate, or you're closer to that number with roughly 20% gross margins is what you had said earlier. With this money coming in, how faster does it help you?
How much faster does it help us to scale? I think it helps us strengthen the quality of that 100 crore of distribution. Okay. Right? We get to play some capital leverage games. We get to ask some riskier questions in testing new categories and things like that. Right. We get to start prepping for the 100 crore to 1,000 crore game. Which is, do we need X number of people here? Earlier, we might not have been able to try and realize that, this is wrong. We just didn't have the money to do it. Yeah. Now we get to invest in advertising for the first time, see how that can supercharge like our customer acquisition funnel. Because till now, it's all been organic through content. We've not really spent anything on ads.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
This was a pleasure, man.
Thank you, as always. Thank you for coming. I'll see you around. Have a good one.
I will.
Right, that's a lot of fun to watch sneakerheads unite and talk about this very buzzing space. And there's a big deal also, like they were discussing. But with